name is Cole Wilson, and today I'd like to inform you all of a couple of the main issues with human trafficking. Now, according to the United Nations Crime Fighting Office, 2.4 million people are victims all across the globe of human trafficking at any one point in time. 80% of these people are being exploited as sexual slaves. Now, human trafficking is the trade of humans for sexual slavery, forced labor, and the extraction of organs or tissues. That's a terrible stat to think of, but it's really devastating to me, and it breaks my heart that this business is such a huge business, and that the people who are running it are able to keep it going at a constant rate and everything. What really got me interested was this: at the beginning of the school year, I began watching Law & Order Special Victims Unit, which some of you may have seen it, some of you may have not, but it's a show about the stories of detectives, in the city of New York, solving the crimes, sexually based crimes in New York, trying to figure out who did everything, and that kind of got me more interested into this topic. Two of the main issues with human trafficking are how traffickers lure people in and how they keep people constantly in the business. Now, there is some form of human trafficking in every country, whether it be destination, origin, or transit, but there's some form of it in every country. Let's look at how traffickers lure people in. According to, the website was kind of hard to pronounce. It was caritas.org, I think. They said that one of the main ways traffickers lure people in is through advertisements in the newspaper, and more recently they began using internet ads because of the internet and everything becoming more popular. Not as many people read the newspaper and everything. But they advertise to poor parts of countries and everything because people there need the jobs and everything, and they're advertising for younger women, stronger men, and children. And these people see these advertisements and think, oh sweet, there's an opportunity for money, and then they're tricked into sexual slavery for women, unpaid jobs for men, and then beggary for children, which is completely awful. And it breaks my heart that this is even going on, and it's terrible. But according to the website, another way that they lured people in was when people want to leave their country and everything, and they want to go get a job that way, they go to a very shady employment agency, and that employment agency ends up bankrupting them and selling them off into the business. It's terrible, I think. And hearing about this, y'all may wonder, well, how do they keep people in this business? Well, according to Missionaries of the Sacred Heart, the three main ways that the traffickers keep people in business is through force, fraud, and coercion. They force people to stay in the business by breaking their resistance through beatings, confinement, and rapes, which again is terrible. Fraud involves false advertisements, kind of what I mentioned before in the newspaper and on the internet and everything. And then coercion involves sometimes the threat of physical violence, and then sometimes it involves actual physical violence to break the resistance of the victims and keep them from seeking help and trying to escape and everything. In conclusion, I hope that you all kind of understand a little bit more into the human trafficking business and how big of a problem it is. According to the United Nations, traffickers make an annual profit of $34 billion, which is way too much money going around. It's a lot of people being moved around. And in this picture I found, it says, human trafficking has become the second most profitable industry after drug trafficking, which is crazy. Thank you.